start med school all over again in 2025, I would have done a lot differently. And trust me, it would have saved me stress, time, and energy. Whether you're just starting out or you're already halfway in, these are lessons I wish someone had told me earlier. The first thing I would do differently is owning medicine from day one. When I first started med school, I was honestly fighting it. I couldn't believe I signed up almost 7 years of my life for this. I kept on thinking, can I cope with the stress, the endless reading, the schedule? Will I even have time for other things that I love? That mindset just made everything harder. If I had to start over again, I'll accept it from day one. Like, you're here for a reason, so stop resisting it and start embracing it. Because once you shift from I don't want this to I'm going to own this, everything else, studying, showing up, even celebrating small wins, gets so much lighter. The second thing I'll do differently is build stress systems early. In my first semester, I panicked over every little thing. A bad test score, panic. Too much materials, panic. I would even call my dad crying about how tired I was and how nothing was working. But then in my second semester, I noticed something. When I didn't panic as much, my results were even actually better than the first semester when I did. That's when I noticed something. Panic doesn't solve anything. It just drains you. If I had to start again, I'll build stress systems early. Instead of waiting for panic to hit, I already have habits and routines that calms me down, like journaling, taking short walks, prayers, or even breaking my work into small chunks. Because the truth is, med school stress isn't going away. But if you have systems to manage it, you stop spiraling and you bounce back a lot faster. Another huge one, I'll make sure I truly master the basics always. One big mistake I made was underestimating the basics. I used to rush through the easy stuff, thinking I'll come back later when exams were close. But the basics are literally the foundation everything else builds on. And trust me, once you let those slip, you spend twice as long trying to patch them up when advanced topics hit. If I had to start over again, I'll master the basics and keep revisiting them. Anatomy landmarks, physiology principles, biochemistry pathways, whatever it is, I'll make sure I own the foundation before moving on. Because in med school, it's not about memorizing more. It's about understanding the course so well that everything else makes sense. That's what makes exams easier and clinical years way less overwhelming. Something else I wish I learned earlier is to not wait to build your life outside med school. In my first year, I thought I had to prove myself by studying every single free hour. But the truth is, it only gets harder as you go. If you don't start building balance way early, you wake up in your third or fourth year realizing you've missed out on so much. For me, that is, I should have started YouTube right from year one, enjoyed my breaks more, and put real effort into hobbies like crocheting and editing. Because when you grow your personal projects alongside school, it doesn't just give you joy, it actually makes you better at handling med school stress. So yeah, don't wait till later. Build your systems, your routines, your passions now when things are still manageable. And finally, the last thing I'll do differently is play the long game. One thing I wish I understood earlier is that med school is a marathon and not a sprint. In my first year, I thought I had to push myself like crazy from day one, reading non-stop, panicking if I missed a single thing. But the truth is, you're here for years and not for months. If I had to start over, I would pace myself better. That means building sustainable routines, taking breaks seriously, and not burning out just to impress myself or others in the short term. The students who win in medical school aren't the ones who sprint in the beginning. They are just the ones who stay consistent over the years. Now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you would do differently if you had to start med school all over? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more amazing content like this, hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Mwah. Bye. I better make a chop first. My person where they chop, they give advice. What are you still doing here? Subscribe, Bijo!